You know why I don't understand? I don't understand why birth control isn't free. Okay, so hear me out. So this whole argument about abortion is crazy to me, because it's not an argument that can have middle ground. It's not an argument that you can really compromise on. It's either you're pro-choice or you're pro-life, right? And I guess a lot of people in America, I'll say most people in America, aren't comfortable with the idea of a late trimester abortion, right? Like when the baby's one day before pregnancy, or one week before 1 week before birth, right? They aren't comfortable with the idea of having abortion right there. I'm pretty sure that number is correct, that most people aren't comfortable with that idea. But I think we're having the wrong conversation. I really think we should be talking about preventing unwanted pregnancies to begin with. See, most people who get abortions aren't getting abortions because of incest or rape. I think the number is 75% people get abortions because they can't get abortions, right? It's like these, so I'm talking my ass here, but I don't think these people want to get pregnant to begin with. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure most of these abortions are. I'll bet money that most of these abortions are accidental. Abortions. Most of these pregnancies are accidental. So, and it's so Republicans, or let's say the Christians who are pro-life, are against abortions, but I feel like they're also against like birth control as well, and that to me is like you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't. You have to give up some end of the bargain. You have to bargain with this. I think people would be okay if we had more access to birth control than what we did right now. So, for example, birth control is expensive if you don't have health insurance. It's and for women, because there's like barely anything for men, but for women, right? They have so many different options. They have the IUD, they have naproxen, they have the pills, they have a shot. I don't know the name of the shot, but they have a lot of options. But you need to have health insurance to help cover it. And honestly, I think it should be free, because if we subsidize birth control, we could save so much more money on these operations that are called abortions that cost a lot of money. Like my friend had a accidental pregnancy, and she had to get an abortion, and that cost $700. $700 for an abortion, and oh my god, and these people couldn't afford it. This is money out of their pockets that could be used towards bills or something like that, and it's just, it makes more sense to put money into subsidizing birth control than to put money into having more abortions. I'm pretty sure, I think around online the stat is like 500,000 abortions happen in America every single year. Don't quote me on that, but it's like, I think the number is around there. But the problem is these red states are so against birth control. They're against sexual education, and on top of that, we need to have better sexual education in schools. You know, people don't like having their kids who learn about sex because they want their kids to be saved to marriage, and they think it might tempt them, and it's like learning about the devil stuff, and it's a travesty to me, because there's so many people who don't even know how to use a condom. And that right there is the most easiest design ever. And they don't know how to use a condom, and they don't know how to get a girl pregnant. You think I'm kidding, but I actually travel to a lot of sex conferences, and I meet people, and talk to people, and I learn about different things from different people. And it's crazy how bad the sexual education is in some parts of the country, and they just don't know any better. And I'm pretty confident that some of these areas would be in the South, like in Alabama, for instance. And it's just terrible. Like, okay, I can get why you're pro-life. I understand it. You think it's killing a baby. You think it's taking a life. I understand it. I think that too. But you can't also be against birth control. You can't have your cake and eat it. You really can't. You got to concede one, so you can have the other. And even on pro-life, there shouldn't be like no abortions outlawed entirely. Like me, I'd be okay with what, like, with the ban on third trimester abortion. I'd be okay with that. I would compromise and give that up, right? Maybe even a half a second trimester or something like that. You know, I'll give that up too. Compromise, but you gotta have birth control and a good sexual education program in your schools. That has to happen. you can have a ban on most abortions. That's when I will feel comfortable banning most abortions, if we can prevent these pregnancies from ever happening to begin with. And I think that's reasonable. I have no clue what you guys think, but you can tell me in the comment section below if you think what I'm saying is reasonable, or if you think there should be just unfettered abortion for at any point in the pregnancy period, or and give me your thoughts on sexual education in America as well, because it's terrible in some parts. And I'm from New Jersey, so my sexual education was very, very good. We were very out about it. We were very out about our sexual experiences and sexuality, and talked about the ins and outs of sex, and I thought it was a pretty good experience. But let me know about those things, and remember to like, comment, subscribe, and check out thelifeofjamal.com for other to read my other thoughts and different opinions of politics, health, and technology. But peace, people.